Hi, I'm Josh.
And I'm Lauren.
And welcome to another episode of Let's Try Stuff. Today we are getting in on the Reddit Tequila subreddit community review number 2, and we are doing Milagro Tequila's Reposado. There's not much to tell about it. 100% agave tequila, 40% alcohol by volume, and a product of Mexico. Let's get right in with how it smells. We'll be a little more comprehensive in this one than usual because it is part of the community review. So while I smell, you talk, Lauren.
Okay. I haven't seen this brand around very much, actually. I don't know much about it. I know a lot more about the more standard brands, and I like tequila for sure, but I just don't know a whole lot about this kind in particular. I've seen the blue bottle, which is the...
It's their Blanco.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know anything about if they have an añejo either, so...
They do. They have a higher end line too, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But I meant talk about how it smells to you.
Okay. Well, to me, it smells a lot less boozy than the other tequilas that we've tried so far. It's a lot lighter. And...
Yeah, I agree. The booze smell doesn't hit me so hard like it does with a Blanco. It gets, I get a little bit of a smoky, caramely kind of smell. I don't know if it's not exactly right because it's got a little bit of citrus to it as well.
To me, I pick up more on the citrus, and I know this might sound strange, but I get a little bit of florally fragrance to it. But I'm crazy, so.
I'm not crazy. I maybe what I'm smelling is what I think is the inside of a charred barrel, basically. I get that slight caramely, bourbony type smell, but it really just kind of hides the booze, and it hides the booze but leaves some of the citrus. So anyway, let's get to tasting.
All right.
It feels somehow both dry and oily, which isn't necessarily bad. That's just sort of the feeling I got in my mouth. A little, I don't know how to, once I had swallowed it, it felt thinner. It doesn't burn my chest too much, but I definitely feel the warmth. It didn't burn the back of my throat like a lot of Blancos will. And what do you think?
Exactly. I didn't get the burn in the chest or in the throat, but on the tongue, it's immediately, to me, a little bit more tingly, but not spicy per se. Spicy would be wrong because it doesn't burn, it's just very much tingly. And I do get the oily sensation, but...
Yeah, I'm losing that thing I described as dry that I had the first time with the oily feel.
It doesn't feel as thick, though, as the others that we've tried.
We tried something else recently that felt kind of thin, and I got the same kind of thing. I forget what it was.
Was it Ka?
It may have been. I can't remember. Anyway, it feels simultaneously thin and oily, which is a weird... It's like it leaves an oily feel in your mouth, but it's kind of thin at the same time. And I get a lot of caramel to it, to be honest. I get this burnt caramel on my tongue and the aftertaste and the smell. It's not bad. I like it. It's somewhat reminiscent of the Centenario Gran Plata, or however you say it, but way better.
I am starting to get the burnt taste, but not at all in a bad way, but definitely that warm taste that you're describing. But to me, it's not caramely at all, but more citrusy.
It's not like a sweet caramel. That's why I call it burnt. Like, it loses its sweet edge. And I do get that citrusy, lemony, limey type flavor. But enough of that. We also have some margaritas ready. Try it not just straight, but in a mixed drink. Using our go-to Trace Agave's margarita mix, organic. Oh, we don't feel like making our own juices. Making our own juices. So let's try this. Did you try it?
Nope.
Okay. We got some king cubes in here today too. We're stepping up our classy level.
We're fancy like that.
That is incredibly interesting. Maybe it's because I've been eating pumpkin spice popcorn all day, but I get a very weird pumpkin spice flavor out of this. Like a cinnamon, I don't know. That burnt caramel flavor plus the margarita mix. I get like fall flavors. I don't know how to. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's great. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's great, sweetie.
No, that's not what I meant.
I mean, you're a complete idiot.
No, that's
great.
not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Redo. Undo.
Well, what do you think?
I think that it blends in really well with the margarita mix for sure. It doesn't stand out, but you don't get no trace of it.
Yeah, I don't taste any booze at all. I mean, you went pretty heavy on. There's like an ounce of tequila in here.
Yeah, typical. Like, but I did pour. Yeah, you're right. I did dilute it a lot with mix.
Yeah, I think you probably would normally have poured at least an ounce and a half, 2 ounces. So I'm not getting much booziness, but I'm telling you, on the back end, in the back of my throat, along with, I mean, I get the citrusy flavors, I get your typical margarita flavors. I get this weird hint of fall. And like I said, it might be because I've been killing this unbelievably delicious pumpkin spice popcorn mix. But I haven't had any in at least an hour. So I don't know.
I do get that though, with the spice of it. I don't know. My nose is also kind of broken, so I'm pretty sure that influences my sense of taste.
Well, I think we've rambled on long enough at this point. What do you think? Overall impressions?
I'd give it a very good review. I am not huge on drinking this one straight in comparison to the Ka one. I think that one is my favorite so far. But in terms of consistency, it's very similar, like you said, to the Gran Centenario Plata. But I like the texture of this better. It's a little bit thinner, it's a little bit less oily.
It's a heck of a lot more palatable.
And it has a lot more depth to the taste. And
yeah,
overall, I mean, it just is less boozy, which is so nice because then you can get the actual flavor.
Yeah, you know, this isn't a particularly expensive tequila. I think this was under $30, 25, 26 maybe. If I had to choose between I've had their Blanco before. I've had a lot of Blancos, but if I had to choose between paying 20 or 22 for the Blanco and this, I would pay the extra for this in my margarita. I think this makes a much better margarita. It's fine straight. It tastes fine. I don't have some excessive desire to keep sipping it, but it's fine. But it makes a pretty darn good margarita, 100%. As far as like a margarita mixer, I'd give it like an 8 or 9.
It fits in because of its citrusiness, the context of a margarita mix a lot better than other tequilas, I think.
Better than their Blanco, seriously.
I haven't had their Blanco.
Better than a lot of Blancos because the edge comes out of it. The aging in the Reposado takes the edge off, and if you want your margarita to be more sippable and not quite so boozy, I'd say go this route. If you want that booze to hit you in the back of the throat when you're drinking your margarita, then get the Blanco. But otherwise, I think this is a way to go for your, because you don't want to put a $50 tequila in your margarita. That's silly. So this, yeah, if I saw this on like a restaurant's menu as what they were putting in their margaritas, I'd be quite happy about it.
Yeah, it's very affordable for the quality that you get.
So, I think that covers it. You think so? Mm-hmm. All right, we've rambled on long enough. A very good tequila. Glad to be a part of the community review. Thanks for sitting through this longer review with us. And if you like what we're doing, leave a comment.
Tell us what to try next.
Yes. Although we're going to try something. We got another one.
We got a surprise.
Yes. Another Reposado, I believe.
Yes.
So
I do believe that it has something to do thematically with...
Oh yes.
Dia de los Muertos. Perchance.
So, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. We appreciate it a lot, and thanks for watching.